The Prime Minister, David Cameron, says he will veto any attempt to amend EU treaties to help avoid a repeat of the crisis in the Eurozone. Speaking in Berlin after talks with the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, Mr Cameron insisted Britain would not be drawn further into supporting the single currency. From Berlin, our political editor, Nick Robinson, has sent this report.
Welcome to Berlin. Welcome to Britain's new Prime Minister. Welcome to what Germany's Chancellor calls the biggest test Europe has faced in decades. Angela Merkel and David Cameron do not march naturally in step on matters European. She wants the crisis affecting the euro to speed up the pace of EU integration. But today, though they spoke warmly of a shared problem and shared solutions, he made it absolutely plain that Britain would have no part of that.
There's no question of agreeing to a treaty that transfers powers from Westminster to Brussels. Of course, it goes without saying that any treaty, even one that just applied to the euro area, needs unanimous agreement of all 27 member states, including the UK, which of course has a veto.
The Prime Minister was responding to hints from his host that changes to EU treaties are needed to avoid a repeat of the Greek crisis and the huge bailout it triggered.
There are ideas from Germany where treaty changes would play a role, but we say very clearly that we are just beginning this work.
They joked that they'd chatted about life in a coalition. She calls their relationship honest, candid. He calls it practical, not the language used by people who are close. But as I learnt from a fellow reporter, Germany's leader is facing massive political and press criticism in a country sick of footing the bill.
Saving the banks, saving the Greeks, saving the euro. How long can this go on? You say, here's the German, everyone's taking money from his purse, from his pockets, from everything. And RIP for the euro. The euro, rest in peace, from 1999 to 2010.
Today, the German parliament reluctantly agreed to sign a massive cheque for underwriting the euro. But both there and on the streets of the German capital, opinion is divided.
Of course, there's a lot of anger. It's a amount of money that nobody can really even imagine in reality.
It's one Europe, so you have to hold together.
And Britain pays nothing.
So you are lucky, no?
David Cameron planned to come here to Berlin and to Paris as part of an early charm offensive. Yet he's now in the middle of a European economic crisis, facing demands for new treaties to deal with the problem. He's going to need all the charm he's got to keep Europe's leaders happy at the same time as his own coalition and his own Eurosceptic party. Nick Robinson, BBC News, Berlin.